You're not the same person at 7 a.m. that you are at 2 p.m. You're not the same person mid-flow on a creative project that you are stuck in traffic. You're not the same person in the moment before sleep that you are standing at a whiteboard solving a problem. You feel this. You know this intuitively, but there is a physical reason for it. Right now, and I mean literally right now, as you listen to this, your brain is generating electrical activity. Billions of neurons firing in rhythmic patterns. Waves of electricity rippling across your cortex. And the speed of those waves, the frequency, determines your mental state more than anything else in neuroscience. Not what you're thinking, how your brain is running. These are your brain waves. And once you understand each one, what it feels like, what it does, when it appears, you will have a map of your own mental states that most people never get. Quick foundation, because this matters for everything that follows. Neurons communicate electrically. When large group of neurons fire in synchrony, together in rhythm, that synchronized electrical activity creates detectable wave. These waves are measured in hertz, cycles per second. How many times the wave completes a full cycle in 1 second. Slow waves, few cycles per second. Fast waves, many cycles per second. An electroencephalogram, an EEG, measures these waves by placing electrodes on the scalp. It cannot read thoughts, it cannot tell you what someone is thinking, but it can tell you how the brain is running, which mode it is in. The 5 main categories, from slowest to fastest: delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma. Each has a distinct frequency range. Each is associated with distinct mental states, and each matters in ways that are directly relevant to your everyday life. I'll go through each one slowly enough to actually land. Delta, 0.5 to 4 hertz. The slowest, the largest, the most powerful waves your brain produces. Delta waves dominate during sleep, dreamless sleep, the slow wave sleep we covered in the last episode. I will leave the link below in case you need to refresh memory. This is when the lymphatic system flushes waste from the brain, when growth hormone surges, when the body repairs itself most deeply. You cannot voluntarily produce significant delta in a healthy waking state. If you're awake and showing dominant delta activity, that is clinically concerning, not desirable. What delta tells you: the brain is in its deepest restoration mode, maximum repair, minimum conscious processing. One important nuance, and I flag this because popular wellness content sometimes overstates it. Certain meditation practices are associated with some delta activity even in waking states, particularly in high-experienced meditators. The research here is real, but limited in scale. I will not overstate it. The primary domain of delta is deep sleep. That is solid and well established. The practical implication is simple and unambiguous. If you are not protecting deep sleep, you're not getting adequate delta. And everything that delta repairs and restores is accumulating as deficit. Theta, 4 to 8 hertz. This is the most fascinating frequency range and the most misunderstood. Theta appears in 2 primary contexts. The first, the edge of sleep, the hypnagogic state, those strange drifting moments just as you're falling asleep or just as you're waking up, half in, half out. images flickering, thoughts becoming strange and non-linear. The second, and this is where it gets genuinely interesting, deep meditative states and creative flow. Theta is associated with reduced filtering of internal information. The prefrontal cortex, tight editorial control, loosens slightly. Associations between distant ideas become more fluid. The kind of thinking that produces unexpected creative connections, the shower thought phenomenon we discussed in the default mode network episode, appears to involve theta activity. I will leave the link below for that too if you need to revisit details. The hippocampus, our memory librarian, generates prominent theta rhythms during memory encoding and retrieval. This is well established in the neuroscientific literature. Children spend far more time in theta than adults. This is one proposed explanation for why children learn so rapidly and absorb information in such a seemingly effortless way. Their brains are running in a state with lower critical filtering and higher associative openness. Theta is not sleep, but it is not ordinary wakefulness either. It is a threshold state, and it is extraordinarily productive when you can access it intentionally. Alpha, 8 to 12 hertz. Alpha is the brain at rest but awake, alert but not straining. It is the frequency of relaxed, open awareness, eyes closed but not sleepy, mind quiet but not blank, present but not pressured. The classic alpha state, sitting quietly after finishing a task, looking out a window without agenda, a calm walk without a podcast, the first few minutes of genuine relaxation. Alpha is the bridge between the internal world and the external world, between the drifting association of theta and the focused processing of beta. It is, in many ways, the brain's neutral gear. Here is something worth knowing. Alpha suppresses sensory input. When alpha is dominant in a particular brain region, that region is effectively quieted. This is called alpha suppression or alpha gating. The brain uses alpha to block irrelevant information from reaching conscious awareness, allowing better focus on whatever is selected. This means alpha is not just passively restful. It is actively managing attention by quieting what you don't need. Research on meditation consistently shows increased alpha activity, particularly in the early and middle stages of practice. This is among the more replicated findings in contemplative neuroscience, though effect sizes and methodologies vary considerably. I'm comfortable stating that directional findings, while flagging that this area still has methodological debates. Alpha is also associated with reduced anxiety and decreased cortisol. Again, association, not proven direct causation, but the relationship is consistent. Beta, 12 to 30 hertz. This is where most of the people watching this spend most of their waking lives. Beta is the frequency of active thinking, problem solving, focused attention, conversation, analysis, decision making. It is the brain's doing the work of being a functioning adult in a complex world. Beta is not bad. Beta is necessary. Without adequate beta, you cannot function, cannot focus, cannot reason, cannot engage with the demands of daily life. But, and this is important, Chronic high beta is exhausting. The upper range of beta, sometimes called high beta, roughly 20 to 30 hertz, is associated with heightened anxiety, rumination, excessive self-monitoring, and kind of racing thoughts, wakefulness that prevents sleep. If you have ever lain in bed with your mind running at full speed, unable to stop, that is high beta refusing to downshift. Modern life is extraordinarily effective at keeping the brain locked in beta. Constant information, notifications, decisions, social comparisons, deadlines, every input that demands a response pushes the brain towards beta. The transition that many people find almost impossible from high beta back to alpha is precisely what relaxation practices, breathing techniques, and the removal of stimulation are designed to facilitate. The brain can do it, but it needs the right conditions. And those conditions look increasingly unlike the average modern day. Gamma, 30 hertz and above. Often cited in research at around 40 hertz, though the range extends higher. Gamma is the fastest and least understood of the main brainwave categories. I want to be honest with you about that upfront. What the research suggests, with appropriate uncertainty, is that the gamma is associated with peak cognitive states, moments of insights, high-level information binding where the brain integrates information from multiple regions simultaneously into a unified conscious experience. The aha moment, the sudden clarity, the state described by athletes and performers as being in the zone where everything feels integrated, effortless, precise. The most striking and well-publicized research on gamma comes from studies of highly experienced meditators, Tibetan Buddhist monks, with tens of thousands of hours of practice, conducted by Richard Davidson at the University of Wisconsin. I'm citing him directly because the research is real. These practitioners showed extraordinary gamma activity far beyond what is typically seen in non-meditators, particularly during compassion meditation. I want to flag that this research is fascinating and credible, but the subject numbers are small and the practitioners are extraordinary outliers. The implications for ordinary practice are still genuinely unclear, but the finding is real. The extrapolation to gamma meditation techniques will transform your brain that you see in wellness content that outruns the evidence considerably. Gamma is also currently being researched with genuine scientific interest in relation to Alzheimer's disease. Specific gamma frequency light and sound stimulation has shown interesting preliminary results in mouse models. The human translation is still early. I flag this as emerging, not established. Your brain is not one thing running at one speed. It is an orchestra. Multiple frequencies, multiple regions, all running simultaneously, some in delta, some in alpha, some in beta. The exact combination shifting moment to moment based on what you are doing, what you are feeling, what you are attending to. The mental state you call focus is a particular pattern of frequencies. The state you call anxiety is a different pattern. Flow, creativity, exhaustion, peace, all of them patterns of electrical rhythm across billions of neurons. Measurable, real, physical, and importantly, influenceable. Not fully controllable. Don't let anyone sell you a device that promises to dial your brainwave like a radio. The science does not support that level of precision, and I'm not going to pretend it does. But influenceable through sleep, which cycles you through every frequency your brain needs to maintain itself, through deliberate stillness, which allows the natural downshift from beta to alpha that stress and stimulation prevent, through practice, which over time appears to train the brain towards states that are healthier, more integrated, more available to you on demand. You have 5 speeds. Most of us are stuck in one. Learning to shift, that is not mysticism. That is neuroscience. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like, subscribe, and stay close. This channel is built for people who are done settling and ready to actually live.